They say your home should be the safest place in the world. For Natalie Fields, it became a place where the walls whispered back, and the air vents spoke with her dead brother's voice. It started 2 weeks after she moved into the new house. A quiet neighborhood in Salem, Oregon. Suburban. Clean. Perfect for a fresh start. She'd recently gotten divorced. Left everything behind. New city. New name. Just her and her 6-year-old daughter, Ella. The house had been a steal, on paper. 3 bedrooms, finished basement, central heating. What the listing didn't say. The last tenant never left. The first sign was subtle. A draft, even when the vents were closed. A faint hum, like breathing, echoing through the ducts at night. Natalie blamed the HVAC. Old houses made weird sounds. But Ella heard it too. "Mommy," she whispered one night, her face pale. "He talks to me through the vent." Natalie froze. "Who?" "The boy in the wall. He said his name is Mason." Natalie laughed it off. A child's imagination. Until she heard it. It was 3:17 a.m. She'd gotten up to check the thermostat. The hallway was cold. Bitter. Sharp. As she passed the air vent by Ella's door, she heard it. "Mom!" A whisper. Clear. Right next to her ear. She spun around. No one. Looked in the vent. Just darkness. But when she pressed her ear closer, she heard it again. Not Ella. Not anyone she recognized. A boy's voice. "Mom, it's cold in here." The next morning, she checked the ducts. Crawled halfway in. Shone a flashlight deep. Nothing. Just dust, screws, rusted metal. But as she backed out, her hand scraped something. A drawing. Crumpled. Yellowed. Stuck inside the vent. Crayon. A stick figure in a box. With the words, "Still here." That night, she dreamt of a boy trapped in a small space. Nails broken. Screaming. His mouth stitched shut by wire. She woke up choking. Ella changed. She stopped eating. Started staring into the bathroom vent for hours. "She says I'm special," Ella whispered. Natalie blinked. "She? I thought it was Mason at first. But now it's a lady. She sings to me." Natalie didn't respond. Because that very morning, she'd found a second drawing. This one was worse. A stick figure of Ella, her head upside down, surrounded by vents. And above her, scribbled in red, "The walls feed her now." Natalie panicked. Called in a contractor. He opened every vent, every crawl space. All he found was dust. Mice. And one sealed hatch in the attic. It was bolted shut with rusted screws. He offered to break it open. Natalie said yes. He returned the next day. But didn't finish the job. Because he fell off the attic ladder before he could even touch the hatch. Said something pushed him. He left. Refused to return. That night, Natalie sat in the hallway, eyes locked on the vent. It was breathing. Not metaphorically. Literally inhaling and exhaling. She pressed her phone against it. Hit record. At first, nothing. Just white noise. Then a lullaby. Soft. Ancient. Sung in a raspy, gurgled voice. Ella began humming it in her sleep. Natalie did what desperate people do. She searched public records. Deaths. Crimes. And she found it. 1998. A woman named Margaret Cray lived in the same house. She ran a daycare. Quiet. Kind. Well-loved. Until 3 children went missing under her care. They found her in the attic, dead from self-inflicted wounds. She'd sealed the hatch from the inside. On the walls were messages scrawled in her blood. "They live in the vents now. Feed them stories. Or they feed on screams." The children's bodies were never recovered. Natalie confronted the attic herself. Broke the bolts. Opened the hatch. Inside was darkness, and a terrible smell. She lowered a flashlight. And saw scratches. Tiny fingernail marks. Hundreds of them. And one final drawing. A woman. Hanging upside down. With vents for eyes. Captioned, "She is the house now." That night, Natalie grabbed Ella and tried to flee. But the front door wouldn't open. The windows showed only bricks. No driveway. No street. Just walls. Ella stared at her mother. Smiled, and said in someone else's voice, "You should have fed us stories." The house shook. Vents screamed. The walls breathed in. Natalie blacked out. She awoke alone. Ella was gone. So was her phone. Her voice. When she looked into the hallway vent, she saw herself looking back. But upside down. It mimicked her lips. But didn't blink. Now? She sits in the living room. Staring at the vent. Waiting to hear her daughter's voice. But it never comes. Only Mason. And Margaret. And dozens more. Each whispering through the ducts. She feeds on stories. You owe her yours. So Natalie speaks. And speaks. And never stops speaking. Because silence? Means it's her turn. Thank you for watching. Hope you all liked my stories. Don't forget to subscribe for more haunted stories every day.